Hello and welcome to News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Imefono Kun. A Nigerian army officer, Lieutenant Samson Haruna, has reportedly died after suffering severe burns in a domestic tragedy that shocked the military community. Reports say the incident occurred on September 22, 2025 at Wellington Basi Barracks in Akwa, Ibom State. According to counter-insurgency expert Zakazola Makama, the officer, who also served as a medical doctor with the 6th Battalion, was allegedly set ablaze by his wife during a heated argument and reportedly dosed him with petrol before setting him on fire. Haruna was first treated at the military reference hospital in the barracks and later transferred to the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital, where he sadly succumbed to his injuries despite efforts to save him. Authorities confirm that the suspect has been arrested and is currently in custody as investigations continue into the disturbing incident. An Abuja High Court has ordered the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betekun, to present for prosecution former operatives of the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SAS, found culpable in the 2017 abduction and death of a businessman, John Anozie, delivering judgment on September 24, 2025 in a suit filed by Anozie's wife, Nnenna. The court also directed the IGP to submit the investigation report and case file to the Attorney General of the Federation for prosecution of the indicted officers. The case dates back to June 2017 when SAS operatives from Awuzuka, Anambra State, allegedly abducted Anozie from his Lekki home, seized his belongings, and later claimed he died during interrogation. Multiple court orders demanding his release or the return of his body were ignored, despite recommendations from police legal officers and the NSAS panel for the prosecution of the involved officers. No action was taken. The court has now awarded 2 million naira in damages against the IGP for withholding investigation report from Mrs. Anozie under the Freedom of Information Act. The ruling is being held as a major step towards justice for victims of police brutality and impunity in Nigeria. Tensions continue to rock the 10th Senate as its president, Godswill Akpabio, faces mounting criticism over his leadership style. And on several occasions, Akpabio has clashed openly with fellow lawmakers, confrontations that have led to suspensions, heated walkouts, and allegations of bias and intimidation within the Red Chamber. News correspondent takes a closer look at the growing rift threatening unity in the Senate.
It all began in October 2023 when Senator Ali Ndume stormed out of plenary after Akpabio rolled him out of order, accusing the Senate president of bias and high-handedness. And a month later, the APC removed Ndume as chief whip over alleged anti-party remarks. That same year, Senator Tony Nwoye of Anambra North clashed with Akpabio over changes in minority leadership, accusing him of imposing leaders like slaves, a remark that threw the chamber into chaos.
Are we your slaves? The way you elected was the way you were elected. Are we your slaves? How else you can suspend me here? Are we your slaves? Every time you keep on picking leadership for us. We are not your slaves. Whether you like it or not, the way you elected was the way we elected. We are not your slaves.
By March 2024, Senator Abdul Ninki ignited controversy with claims that trillions of naira were secretly inserted into the national budget. He was swiftly suspended, though later recalled in what Akpabio described as an act of reconciliation.
The intention of the northern senators as regards to the budgetary allocation, how will I say that the findings of the Northern Senator Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief. I'm not scared of any issue like suspension. I've been out of the Senate for 8 years. And people had to force me back. It's not an issue. Some of our friends were removed by tribunals. They're living their lives. If because I say what I will say, if because I said what I said, then I'll be suspended. So please be it.
Also in December, FCT Senator Ireti Kinkibe walked out after a motion on demolitions was ignored. While in February, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan accused Akpabio of harassment following a dispute over a seat, an allegation the Senate President denied. She was suspended for 6 months, but later reinstated by court order. Most recently, in March 2025, Senator Saraki Dixon confronted Akpabio over debate restrictions during discussions on emergency rule in Rivers State, accusing him of silencing dissenting voices. While supporters say Akpabio is enforcing discipline and order, critics argue this style is deepening rift and distracting the Senate from governance. How Akpabio navigates these tensions, many believe, will ultimately define his legacy in Nigeria's legislative history. Imefono Okon, reporting for News.
Meanwhile, a senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of the PDP, has officially returned to the plenary after serving a 6-month suspension. The lawmaker resumed at exactly 11:42 a.m. on Tuesday, walking into the Senate chamber to warm greetings from her colleagues, accompanied by prominent activist Aisha Yusufu and other supporters. Natasha's return drew attention, though many of her backers were denied entry into the gallery. Her office had earlier been reopened by the sergeant-at-arms following the expiration of her suspension. Recall that in March 2015, the Senate slammed Akpoti-Uduaghan with a 6-month suspension over alleged misconduct after she protested the reassignment of a seat by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Despite the controversy, the Kogi Central Senator made a bold comeback, reaffirming a stance that she has no apology to tender as she resumes her legislative duties. A controversial Nigerian singer, Habib Okikiola, popularly known as Portable, is calling on the government to ban prank videos after a dramatic incident at Port Harcourt International Airport went viral. A 53-second clip circulating online shows Portable dressed in a badge attire, angrily confronting an unidentified man as security guards struggle to restrain him amid pushing, shouting and chaos. The video quickly drew massive attention on social media. Reacting in an Instagram post, the singer claimed he was attacked by what he called death pranksters, people who stage extreme pranks for online fame. He accused such pranksters and bloggers of tarnishing his image with fake content and urged authorities to act against them. Portable, best known for his hit song Zazuke, has faced several public controversies in the past, including a police case, but insists this latest incident was an unprovoked setup designed to damage his reputation.
Zakato Zaria advanced me, Ashititu, Alhamdulillah for everything. I want to parrot or prank me. They come to prank me, Ashititu. Prankers, you want death prankers. Oh man, why they will visit you, they feel come prank till they die for your house. They feel come prank till they die. Now death prankers. Now I don't go the boy page for TikTok. I don't see like 5 or 10 videos when he die, when he later wake up, he dey die, they go contact people, go don cry like 3 days 4 days before he wake up. I see the content. Now these boys don dey spoil my name up and down. Even their people don even want us to cut this level sef, don dey turn am to cut this level. People don dey price me, the who price go pay. Na you be say Nigeria o, now na prank abi. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ yẹn 6 number.
Across the country, a wave of prophecies predicting Nigeria's collapse is spreading fear and uncertainty among citizens. From church pulpits to online platforms, several preachers and commentators have painted gloomy pictures of the nation's future, warning of impending disasters, leadership crisis, and even government collapse. But amid the rising tide of these doomsday messages, one question continues to echo across streets and screens. Who is really behind Nigeria's supposed doom? The report.
Across the country, a wave of prophecies predicting Nigeria's collapse is spreading fear and uncertainty among citizens. From church pulpits to online platforms, several preachers and commentators have painted gloomy pictures of the nation's future, warning of impending disaster, leadership crisis, and even government collapse. But amid the rising tide of these doomsday messages, one question continues to echo across streets and screens. Who is really behind Nigeria's supposed doom? In recent months, the public space has been flooded with prophecies about the nation's fate, from claims of divine warnings about political instability to predictions of the president's ill health. Some prophets have described 2025 and 2026 as decisive years that could either make or break the nation. These messages have left many Nigerians anxious, while others dismiss them as distractions. Despite not having steady electricity and a stable economy, these challenges are not peculiar to Nigeria, as the same exist in other countries and there is always room for improvement. President Bola Tinubu, through his renewed hope agenda, has continued to assure citizens of a better Nigeria, one built on economic recovery, infrastructure development, and energy reforms, while insisting that these reforms, though painful and necessary, to rebuild the country's foundation. However, public frustration has remained high, with many citizens yet to feel the impact of these promises yet. Some citizens are hopeful that Nigeria's story is not over.
Our administration has redirected the economy towards a more inclusive path, channeling money to fund education, healthcare, national security, agriculture, and political economic infrastructure, such as roads, power, broadband, and social investment programs. These initiatives will generally improve Nigerians' quality of life as a result of the tough decisions we made, the federal and state government, including local government, now have more money to take care of the people at the lower level of the ladder.
Amid the noise, many religious leaders are calling for renewed faith in the nation rather than despair. These sentiments echoes through marketplaces, schools, and worship centers, a reminder that faith has always been Nigeria's greatest coping mechanism during times of hardship. While the older generation speak of a different Nigeria, the boom years under General Yakubu Gowon, when oil, wealth, power, development, industries thrived and the naira held strong. Analysts say the nation's economy decline began shortly after that period, following years of mismanagement and corruption. Yet many still agree that the country still has the human and natural resources to reclaim its place as Africa's giant. While prophecies of doom may dominate the headlines, many Nigerians choose to believe in the power of resilience, faith, and unity. They argue that rather than surrender to fear, citizens should focus on rebuilding institutions, demanding accountability, and supporting efforts towards progress. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
A tragic case has reignited global alarm over the rise of online extortion crimes. A 16-year-old American boy has reportedly died by suicide after cyber criminals traced to Lagos, Nigeria, allegedly blackmailed him over private photos shared on Snapchat. U.S. investigators say the teenager received threatening messages demanding payments to stop the release of his intimate images. Cybercrime experts later linked the account to a network in Lagos, part of a growing web of online predators targeting young victims in North America and Europe. Similar incidents have been reported in recent years, with teenagers in US and Canada taking their own lives after falling victim to extortion. In 2023, the FBI and Interpol warned that such crimes were becoming a silent epidemic fueled by social media exploitation. Experts urged parents to monitor their children's online activities more closely, while calling on Nigerian authorities to strengthen cybercrime laws and collaborate internationally. This heartbreaking loss once again exposes the deadly consequences of digital exploitation and the urgent need for global action to protect vulnerable youth online. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Imefonu Kon.